overdue, but I caught like everything is new. The sunburst flowers caught.
Hey everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do some DIY school supplies, so let's go ahead and get started. So I got this really cute cardstock paper at Michael's. We're gonna make a bookmark out of it. So I'm measuring down 2¼ inches for the bookmark, but I'll go ahead and leave the measurements down below in the description box. Alright, so now that you cut out your cardstock paper, you're gonna go ahead and fold it in half. Then you're gonna cut down the middle to make it into 2 pieces. Then you're going to use Mod Podge to glue it back together so both sides are facing the same direction. So at first I thought using the brush would be easier, but then I was just like, why not just use my fingers, and that turned out so much better. Alright, make sure that both sides are facing the same directions, and then you're going to go ahead and carefully glue them together. Don't worry if there's some pieces sticking out, you can always just trim up the ends. Grab your hole puncher and then just punch a hole on the top part of your bookmark. So I just took a piece of scrap paper and I took my yarn and wrapped it around it. I just wrapped it until I found my desired amount for the tassel. I would say I wrapped it about 15 times, but yeah, the rest is pretty self-explanatory. So now that you're done with your tassel, you're just gonna go ahead and tie it to your bookmark, and voila, you are done! So that cardstock paper that I found at Michael's was pretty expensive. It was about $2 something, almost $3. So why not try to be creative and design your own? So for the first half, you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the other bookmark and cut it and start gluing it together and then start designing. So if you haven't yet seen my back to school shopping haul, make sure you go ahead and check that out. But I got this rub-on transfer paper from the dollar store for only $1, and it's really cute. So I started off by cutting out the vines that I wanted. Then I started putting it onto my bookmark. Make sure you push pretty hard because it does take a while for it to start coming off. But even if you mess up, just put back the plastic, press it on again, and then peel it off. So this is the part where I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try to doodle on this bookmark, see how that turns out, and it actually made it look pretty cute. So I know I'm not the best artist at all, but this was very therapeutic and it turned out really nice. Well, to me it looks nice, okay? So be nice. So I took some of the paint that I got in my back to school haul and started painting the bookmark to make it stand out. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys really like to draw or paint, because it was really therapeutical for me while I was doing this. I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. So don't worry if you start painting outside of the lines, because once the paint starts drying, you can go ahead and just go over it with the pen once again. So when I said it was very therapeutical, it definitely was. After a stressful week, I just felt like when I was doodling and painting, it just felt so nice, so I just continued doing it. So there you go, enjoy. So you can already guess what the next DIY is. We're going to make our own clipboard. Ignore that wet spot. I put my cup on there so don't look at it. So I started mixing up my paint, and then I realized that that's not the color that I wanted, so just wait for it. Wow, look at that terrible transition. But anyways, I end up painting the whole thing white, so that's what you see here. So here you see me using that same press-on design that I did in my last DIY. Make sure that you're pressing it on firmly before you start removing the plastic, but if it doesn't transfer over, just put back the plastic piece, rub it down a little bit more, and then start peeling it off. I honestly didn't know what type of design I wanted for this clipboard, and I just wanted to be creative with it. That's the fun in this whole type of DIY situation. You get to do whatever you want and choose whatever design you want to do. So here I just took some of the paint that I got from the back to school haul again, and I just started painting, like scattered it around the whole clipboard, and let me know if it was a mistake or not, but I thought it was too plain, so that's why I wanted to add color onto this clipboard, and that's what I did. This honestly turned out to be like a therapy session for me. It was just so nice to just sit there and start painting and be creative without overthinking everything. This is like a true representation of what my brain looks like, just scattered. But it works.
Days overdue, but I caught like everything is new. The sunburst flowers calling.
Now for the next DIY, we're going to make our own DIY binder clips. So I started off by removing all the metal pieces from the binder clips. So my dummy self thought it was a good idea to take this copper paint and directly paint onto the metal pieces. Yeah, it wasn't a great idea. You'll see. So as you can see, the paint was getting a little clumpy and it wasn't hanging onto the metal pieces like I wanted it to. So yeah, it wasn't a great idea. So I grabbed me some spray paint and I started spray painting it instead, and make sure that you do shake your bottle up. I didn't shake it, so that's why it looked the way it looked in the beginning. But look what it looks like now. Gorgeous. So I went in until the paint was dry. Then I started gluing on some lace because duh, I'm extra like that. It turned out so pretty. I like it. If you're making your own DIY binder clips, you gotta make yourself a binder clip holder too, right? No, just me, but anyways, I had this laying around, so I was just like, why not just make it and show you guys too, because you guys love it, right? So if you haven't seen my other videos that I used the same technique before, well, why not? I'm just kidding, but make sure you check that out. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. But yeah, let's go ahead and just enjoy the rest of this DIY.